Good evening and welcome. My name is Sam Bevan, CEO of the Greater Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce, and I'm glad to see so many of you here this evening as we celebrate Small Business Week and recognize Beth Panagos and Nick Panagos of Manchester by the Sea's 2026 Small Business Persons of the Year. Yay! And I'd also like to thank them for hosting their own party today. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. I want to recognize our 2026 Small Business Week sponsors that are great supporters of the business community, but are bringing us this week's celebrations. Our gold sponsors are Applied Materials and Cape Ann Savings Bank, and our community supporters are Addison Gilbert Hospital, Bank Gloucester, and Johnson O'Connor. Let's give them a round of applause. I'd also like to recognize some of our elected officials here this evening. We are joined by Representative Drew Tarr and Nina Gooden. And joining us from Senator Tarr's office is Ted Costa. We are also joined by members of the Manchester by the Sea Select Board and Tony Barletta as well. And as always, I want to give a shout out to Chamber board members and past presidents that are here. Thank you for taking the time. Small businesses, as I think we all here know, are the backbone of our community. We say at the Chamber, we have about 900 members. 85% of those members are small businesses. And those are the businesses that are gathering our friends and family, sponsoring local events and youth programs, employing our local friends and family, and keeping our downtowns active and welcoming year-round. What makes Cape Ann special is that many of those businesses are personal, and of course in this case it's family. They're built by people who care deeply about the region and are willing to put in long hours and hard work it takes to build something meaningful here. And that's why tonight's like this matter when we talk to our small businesses. What they have the fewest of is time. So it's so great that we can take just a few hours to celebrate people that don't have a lot of time to be recognized. And that's what we're here to do tonight. So we're especially excited to celebrate Beth and Nick Panagos for everything they've built with Bravo. And now I'd like to introduce Jim Brown to come forward and recognize Manchester's past Small Business Persons of the Year.
Thank you. Sam called me earlier and asked me what I was going to wear. I didn't know why. So the first thing we do, I'm going to introduce Nick and Beth, but before we do that, we'd like to recognize the Manchester Award recipients in the past. 2007, Lisa Bonneville. All right, Lisa. 2017, Kaysa Balkan. I don't know if she's here. Right here. 2022, James Brown. 2024, Erica Brown, also from the Manchester Cricket. And I know she's supposed to be here. In fact, she's supposed to be doing this introduction. According to that sheet. So, I love this restaurant. I was so excited about them winning. The younger people in this room aren't going to appreciate this, but when I started doing this, I used to use 14 font. Get my itch. This restaurant, the best pizza, first of all. Their sandwiches, their subs are incredible. Virgilio sub rolls, oh my God. Anyways, good evening, everyone, and welcome. Over the past 60 years, the lunch and sandwich shop scene in Manchester by the Sea has reflected the character of the town itself. Small, community-oriented, and seasonal, and deeply tied to local gathering places rather than large commercial chains. Growing up in Manchester, I have especially fond memories of Peggy's Sub Shop, Charlie's Lotus, the Coffee Cup, Costas, Bobby Atwater, the Beach Street Cafe, those sandwich shops have been so important to this town. It's incredible. Tonight, we're gathered here to honor two people who continued this important tradition and whose story reflects the very best of the Greater Cape Ann. Hard work, resilience, family, and community. It's my privilege to introduce the recipients of the 2026 Greater Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce Persons of the Year Award. Beth Panagos and Nick Panagos from Bravo by the Sea.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not done.
I know.
Bravo by the Sea has become much more than a restaurant in Manchester. It is a gathering place. It is where families stop before or after visiting Singing Beach, where neighbors run into each other over dinner, and where visitors instantly feel welcome. It's also the place where all of the town workers come at lunchtime. When I come here for lunch, I know I have to come here a little after 1, because I'm not getting into the place. Unless Dick's here, he always gives me special service. For Beth, hospitality has been a lifelong passion. A North Shore native, she began working in restaurants at a young age and went on to study hotel and restaurant management at Johnson & Wales University. Over the years, she built an impressive career managing and owning restaurants in Boston and Providence before returning home to create Bravo by the Sea here in Manchester. From the beginning, Beth believed that restaurants should feel personal, places where people feel cared for and connected. That philosophy became the foundation of Bravo by the Sea and helped turn it into one of the community's favorite local businesses. You can't walk here. Walk in this place. If Beth is here or Nick, they come out to the front, say hello, and we'll talk to you for a few minutes, regardless of how busy it is. It's awesome. And then there's Nick. Nick Panagos quite literally grew up in the restaurant business. From an early age, he learned the pace, discipline, and teamwork that hospitality requires, but more importantly, he learned how restaurants can bring people together. His journey eventually took him to Greece, where he and his father opened a restaurant together in Athens. That experience gave him a deeper appreciation not only for food and cooking, but for the cultural and social role that restaurants play in people's lives. After returning to Massachusetts, Nick formally pursued his culinary training at the Cordon Bleu College of Culinary Arts. It shows up in those steak bombs. And built his career in Boston's competitive restaurant scene. Working through respected kitchens and restaurant groups, he eventually became an executive chef known for his attention to quality, steady leadership, and professionalism. But after becoming a father himself, Nick made the decision to leave the pace of the city and bring his experience back home to work alongside his mother at Bravo by the Sea. That decision helped shape the next chapter of the restaurant's success. Today, Nick is not only the chef behind the food, he's one of the reasons people keep coming back. He's just as likely to be talking with customers in the dining room as he is working in the kitchen. He remembers names, asks about families, and makes guests feel like regulars, whether they're in their first visit or their 100th. And during one of the most difficult periods for small businesses, the COVID pandemic, Beth and Nick showed exactly why they are so respected in this community. While many restaurants struggled to survive, they adapted quickly, stayed open, supported their employees, and continued serving Manchester every single day. Their commitment to the community earned tremendous loyalty, and Bravo by the Sea not only endured, but grew stronger. What makes tonight's award so meaningful is that it recognizes more than business success. It recognizes people who make the community better through their hard work, generosity, and continued genuine connection. Beth and Nick have done exactly that. Together, they have built more than a restaurant. They have built a place that reflects the spirit of Manchester by the Sea, welcoming, authentic, hardworking, and deeply rooted in the community and family. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the 2026 Greater Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce Persons of the Year, Beth and Nick.
Anyway, it's really wonderful to be able to work with Nick because I think we make a great team, and thank you for recognizing that. Because we work really hard and we talk every day and we work together all the time, and it's up and down and oh my God, but we never ever argue. We get along really well, and I hear compliments about him. I eat the food here all the time. I live on it. Ron and I live on this food, and all my friends that are and all everybody else. So I'm very thankful for this award and for this town and for all of Cape Ann for supporting us these many, many years. It's been a long time. My sisters asked me to come home to open a restaurant closer to our parents that were aging. And I said, you're right, I've never owned a restaurant near home. So we found this location and I opened it and it was wonderful. I started working on it 10 years ago, and during COVID when Nick came in, my goodness, it just blew up. That was it. You know, he really has been spending every day working for Bravo. So thank you all, and thank you for his beautiful wife for putting up with all the time he works here and caring for those gorgeous babies. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah.
And thank you, everyone else. Lisa Bartlett's not here, but from the moment I opened, she has been a confidant and somebody I ask questions to, like, I have this great idea. What do you think? She's like, whoa, that's a little crazy. But she's always been there to answer my questions. So many other people, all this great staff we have. Well, Nick and those cooks that are parents, they're, great people. They work really hard. And this wonderful staff of women that work here in this bar. So thank you, everybody.
I think you guys covered it.
Yes, but how about
I just want to thank our employees because we're only as good as they are.
Yes.
Yeah, they're the heartbeat, and we've had a lot of great employees since I've been here. And thank the community for supporting us because we're not always perfect, but people keep coming back
And we,
appreciate it.
it's true.
That's
The
it.
community, the people that eat here, we want them to come back more than once a week, so it works. Everybody in this community is happy, and it makes a difference. It's really nice. And Gloucester too, we have a great time in Gloucester. So, thank you, everyone.